You've probably heard this before. Just take your pills and watch your salt. But what if I told you that everything you've been told about high blood pressure is only half the truth? Because after 30 years in medicine, I've seen something shocking. The real reason your blood pressure stays high isn't just salt, stress, or aging. It's that you're missing 5 specific foods that act like natural pressure valves inside your arteries. Foods that most doctors never mention because, well, they're not in the pharmaceutical playbook. Today, I'll reveal them, the top 5 foods that naturally lower blood pressure, and the science behind why they work. But first, let me warn you. Once you know this truth, we'll never look at your dinner plate the same way again. Most people think high blood pressure means too much blood. That's wrong. The truth is, it's about stiff arteries. When your arteries lose flexibility, often due to inflammation, sugar, then years of poor nutrition, your heart has to push harder to move the same amount of blood. That constant push is what we call high blood pressure. And here's the quiet tragedy. Millions of people are treating the symptom, the pressure, not the root cause, the stiffness. So let's reverse that, starting with the foods that heal your arteries from the inside out. If I could put one food in every senior's kitchen, it would be beetroot. This deep red root isn't just a salad garnish, it's nature's nitric oxide factory. Nitric oxide is a molecule your body uses to relax and open up blood vessels. The wider your vessels, the lower your blood pressure. In one British study, volunteers who drank beet juice daily saw their blood pressure drop within hours. That's not hype. That's biology. Beetroot contains nitrates that your body converts into nitric oxide. But here's what most people don't know. As you age, your nitric oxide production drops by almost 60%. That's why your circulation slows. Your hands and feet feel colder. And yes, your blood pressure creeps up. If you're over 50, having half a cup of roasted beets or a glass of beet juice is like turning back your body's vascular clock. Try it for 1 week. Measure your blood pressure before and after. You'll be surprised how quickly your body responds when you give it what it needs. Now, let's talk about something sitting quietly in your kitchen: garlic. It's not just for flavor. It's a biochemical weapon against hypertension. Garlic contains allicin, a sulfur compound that relaxes smooth muscles inside your artery walls and prevents them from tightening. That means lower resistance and lower pressure. In multiple studies, garlic extract has been shown to lower blood pressure as effectively as prescription medication in mild cases. But there's a secret most people don't realize. You have to crush or chop garlic and let it sit for 10 minutes before eating or cooking it. That's when allicin forms. So next time you cook, don't rush it. Let the garlic breathe. That's when it becomes medicinal. Garlic also cleans your blood lipids, reduces plaque buildup, and improves blood flow to your heart and brain. It's one of the simplest, cheapest, most powerful natural treatments I've ever seen. There's a reason your grandmother always said, "Eat your greens." She didn't have a PhD in biochemistry, but she was right. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, arugula, Swiss chard are loaded with magnesium and potassium, the 2 minerals your arteries crave. Magnesium helps your blood vessels relax, while potassium flushes out excess sodium. Most people think salt raises blood pressure, but here's the secret. It's not the salt itself, it's the imbalance. When you eat processed foods, you get tons of sodium, but almost no potassium. That's like having one foot on the gas and no brake pedal. Adding a handful of greens to your meals every day restores that balance. It's like giving your arteries a deep breath. And if you think greens are boring, saute spinach in olive oil. Add lemon and garlic. You've just made one of the most heart-healing dishes possible. If you only remember one thing today, remember this. Inflammation is the fire that hardens your arteries. And omega-3 fatty acids found in salmon, sardines, and mackerel are the water that puts that fire out. For decades, I've watched patients who switched from fried meats to grilled fish see their blood pressure stabilize within months, not because of weight loss, not because of exercise, but because their arteries became calmer. Omega-3 south lower triglycerides reduce clotting and improve endothelial function, the delicate lining inside your arteries that controls how wide or tight they are. Think of omega-3 south as oil for your engine. Without them, Friction builds, pressure rises. With them, everything flows smoothly. If you can't eat fish often, consider a high-quality fish oil supplement, but make sure it's molecularly distilled and free from heavy metals. Otherwise, you're just trading one toxin for another. Finally, the most underestimated food in the blood pressure game, berries. Strawberries, blueberries, blackberries. They're small, sweet, and loaded with compounds called anthocyanins. These are natural pigments that protect your blood vessels from oxidative stress, the rusting process that damages artery walls. In one Harvard study, people who ate just 3 servings of blueberries per week had a 32% lower risk of developing hypertension. That's not a coincidence. That's cellular repair in action. The secret behind berries is that they help your body produce more nitric oxide, the same miracle molecule we talked about with beets. Together, they form a powerful synergy. Beets open the vessels, berries protect them. So if you start your day with a beet berry smoothie, you're giving your arteries the morning stretch they desperately need. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. If these foods are so effective, why don't more doctors talk about them? Because, frankly, there's no profit in prescribing spinach or garlic. There's no patent on blueberries. And the medical system, the one I've worked in for decades, is built to manage disease, not reverse it. But you don't need to be a victim of that system. Your kitchen is your pharmacy, and food is your most powerful medicine. Still, let me be clear. If you're on medication, don't stop it overnight. Use these foods to support your body naturally, then work with your doctor to reduce your dosage safely. I've seen it happen hundreds of times, slowly, consistently, and naturally. Here's something almost no one talks about. Your blood pressure isn't just physical, it's emotional. When you live in constant stress, anger, fear, your adrenal glands pump out cortisol and adrenaline, tightening your arteries even when you're sitting still. That's why I tell my patients, eat right, breathe right, and forgive often. Because you can drink beet juice all day, but if your heart is full of tension, the pressure will always rise again. So, along with these 5 foods, give your mind the same care you give your arteries. Take slow walks, sleep before midnight, and spend time with people who make your blood pressure go down, not up. Let's recap before we close. Beetroot opens arteries with nitric oxide. Garlic relaxes artery walls and cleans the blood. Leafy greens balance sodium and magnesium levels. Fatty fish calm inflammation and improve circulation. And berries protect and repair your arteries with antioxidants. Individually, they're powerful. Together, they're transformative. Here's my challenge to you. For the next 14 days, include at least 3 of these foods daily. Keep a small journal. Note your blood pressure readings, how you sleep, and how you feel emotionally. Because when blood starts flowing freely again, you'll notice more than just lower numbers. You'll feel younger, lighter, clearer. Your brain will think faster, your morning fatigue will fade, and you'll start trusting your body again, the same body that was designed to heal. If only you'd feed it what it needs. Let me leave you with the truth most people never hear. Your body was never broken, it's just been blocked. Blocked by misinformation, blocked by processed food, blocked by the belief that you need a pill for every problem. But now you know the secret, the foods that quietly, naturally, and powerfully lower your blood pressure. Start today. A handful of berries, a plate of greens, a clove of garlic, a fillet of fish, a glass of beet juice. Do that not once, but daily, and you'll feel what I've seen in my patients for decades, a gentle peace in your body, a calmer heart, and a pressure that finally goes down. Because real medicine doesn't come from a bottle. It comes from your plate. And the truth? They never wanted you to know that.